battled almost unimaginable adversity.
They have proven beyond any
the winner
doubt
of the main event
how much they will fight.
will walk away with 3 of the welterweight belts. Just 1 away from becoming the undisputed welterweight champion of the world.
I've been getting a second chance at life.
Errol Spence still the same guy.
And I've been getting a third chance at boxing. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna fight the best guys.
You'll see the best of Errol Spence, and Yordenis Ugas will bring it out.
I was ready for Pacquiao. I'm gonna be ready for Spence. What you're gonna see on April 16th is 2 of the 3 best welterweights in the world.
At the end of the day, I want to be undisputed welterweight champion of the world.
This is for 3 of the 4 world titles. For 3 of the best welterweight of this era.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Arlington, Texas. We are here at Texas Live across the street from AT&T Stadium. Coming up on Saturday night on SHOWTIME Pay-Per-View, it'll be Errol Spence Jr. putting his WBC and IBF welterweight crowns on the line as he will go ahead and put his title up for grabs against Yordenis Ugas, who is the WBA welterweight champion of the world. He will be putting his title on the line as well. 3 world titles on the line, welterweight unification on Saturday night from AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Now, just to give you an idea of what's going to go down here at Texas Live, here on the Showtime Sports YouTube page. You're going to see the fighters involved in our pay-per-view portion workout. But right now, we are very fortunate to have the members that are involved in Showtime Championship Boxing's doubleheader preceding the pay-per-view. As we will start off in an exciting matchup at 140 pounds. A man with a record of 21 wins, opposite 2 defeats, 7 wins coming by way of knockout. Representing Brooklyn, New York, ladies and gentlemen, Zachary Ochoa. And his opponent on Saturday night at AT&T Stadium as we go live on Showtime Championship Boxing, 8 Eastern, 7 local time, 5 Pacific time. His record, 24 wins against no defeats, 22 victories coming by way of knockout. Joining us from La Quinta, California, he's won 15 straight fights by way of knockout. Please welcome the always exciting and the rising sensation, Brandon Lee. And then in our main event live on Showtime Championship Boxing right before the pay-per-view, it'll be the WBA Welterweight Championship of the World on the line. His record, 14 wins against no losses, 11 of those coming by way of knockout. Most recently having defeated Jamal James back on October 30th in Las Vegas to become the champion. The man to my right, Radza Butayev. And his opponent, the challenger, the Lithuanian Olympian. His record, 13 wins against no defeats, 9 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the challenger, Montez Stanionis. All right, that is our doubleheader on Showtime Championship Boxing preceding the pay-per-view. I'm going to start off with our opening matchup, this at 140 pounds, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time. Brandon Lee, 24-0, 22 wins by way of knockout. What does it mean for you to be a part of this magnitude, arguably the deepest card of the year?
It means the world. Like you said, possibly the biggest card of the year. And, come Saturday night, I'm going to show the boxing world who Brandon Lee is.
Can you give us your thoughts on fighting Zachary Ochoa? He's a record of 21 wins, 2 defeats. He's trained under the guidance of Stephen Brett Matt Edwards out of Philadelphia. You have been moving up in competition, but how do you assess your adversary on Saturday?
I'm looking at this as another fight, another opportunity for me to go out and showcase my skills, and one step closer to the goal, a world title.
Now, Zach, I've known you for quite some time. You are the epitome of a professional. When they came to you to take on one Brandon Lee here at AT&T Stadium, what went through your mind?
I mean, it was immediately I said yes. These are the type of fights I want. Showtime, they always do a great job putting up big fights, and these are always the type of fights I wanted.
So how do you look at Brandon Lee? I know that you are an underdog coming into this fight according to the odds makers. Is that something that you look at? Does it motivate you, or is it insignificant?
I mean, to be honest, I know the type of fighter I am. I know who I am. I've matured over the years, and, I've had a great training camp, and I just can't wait to fight Saturday night.
Now, Brandon, we've seen guys that are in the midst of knockout streaks. And as they continue in the double digits, which you have been able to achieve, 15 straight wins by knockout, the pressure seems to get bigger. How do you handle that, especially against someone who is as versatile as Zachary Ochoa?
I don't let the knockout streak get to me. I'm going there to win, and that's the main goal, is to win. So the knockout comes, it comes. And Saturday night, I'm going there to win.
Zach, where do you feel you have the advantages on? Not giving away your game plan per se, but where do you feel you have the edge against someone like Brandon Lee?
I mean, to be honest, Brandon Lee, he's a good fighter and everything like that. But, my experience in the ring, and I fought in the most bummiest arenas. I fought in the most best arenas. This is my second time fighting here. So, I feel like I have that on my back, and I feel good about that.
So does it make it easier? Do you think you'll be able to perform better because of the fact that you've already gone through this once before?
Yeah, you could say that. Experience comes a long way, but at the end of the day, it only matters what you do under those bright lights. You know what I'm saying? So Saturday night, we're going to see.
You both have quality trainers. Brandon, your father, Bobby Lee, who has been instrumental in your development. You and him have this wonderful chemistry. What is the key to success in the winning ways of Brandon Lee?
To stay focused, stay motivated, and stay in the gym. A lot of these fighters nowadays, they get a little bit of fame, and they forget how hard they work to get there, and they slack it.
So what's the key to your power? Because I've seen you wipe out guys with a variety of different punches and first round, third round, fourth round. What is the key to the power of Brandon Lee?
God-given power. God-given, I'm blessed.
Just something that you're born with?
I think so. A lot of people think that you can create speed, but you can't. Maybe you can make yourself a little bit faster, but you're either born with speed or you're not.
Now, Zach, you're in bounce-back mode after losing to Jose Velasco in your last outing, but you have, I think, one of the most underrated trainers in the sport, and Stephen Breadman Edwards. Together, what is the chemistry that you guys have as you prepare to embark on this undefeated opponent in Brandon Lee on Saturday on Showtime Championship Boxing?
I mean, me and Stephen Edwards, he's one of the best trainers in the world. And I feel like, he's brought me to school. You know what I'm saying? I've learned more with him than I've learned my whole career. So, I'm just real confident, and I'm just excited for Saturday night.
What would a win over Brandon Lee do for you?
It would catapult me. It would change my whole life. It would change everything for me. So I can't wait to go, to be honest.
Brandon, assuming all goes according to plan and you have your hand raised on Saturday against Zachary Ochoa, remaining undefeated, have you thought about what you might want next moving forward?
Next week I'll turn 23 years old, so I think it's only right to start attacking those top 15 guys and eventually start attacking those top 10 guys.
Do you think that some of the guys are going to be reluctant to potentially fight against you? I mean, I give Zachary Ochoa all the credit in the world. It probably didn't take him more than 3 seconds to say yes to fight you.
I think some guys may think that it's more risk than reward, but eventually they have no choice.
All right, now, before I let you guys go and I move on to the main event on Showtime Championship Boxing this upcoming Saturday, Zachary, in a perfect world against Brandon Lee at AT&T Stadium, Showtime Championship Boxing before the pay-per-view. How does the fight go down?
It's just a great fight, and I'm the winner at the end of the day. That's all I could say. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be a great fight. It's two young, strong guys coming in Saturday night with a lot on the line, and, I'll be the winner Saturday.
Zachary Ochoa, ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Lee on Saturday night. How will the fight unfold against one Zachary Ochoa?
I don't want to predict anything, but I do know that my hand will be raised at the end of the night come April 16th.
We're going to get a tremendous fight as we have Brandon Lee, Zachary Ochoa. Let's give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, as we now move on to our main event for the WBA Welterweight Championship of the World. I'll start off with Radzab Butayev with a record of 14 wins, no losses, 11 of those coming by way of knockout. Most recently stopped Jamal James to capture the vacant title. Radzab, what did it mean for you on October 30th in Las Vegas when you defeated Jamal James and you became a world champion?
Что значило для тебя то, что 30 октября ты побил Джамала Джеймса и стал чемпионом?
Завоевал титул, победил очень сильного боксера в моем весе. Это придало мне сил и уверенность в себе дальше двигаться в этом весе.
Yeah, it was a good win. Just give me more confidence moving on.
In terms of fighting a Montez Stanionis, the one thing we all know about Stanionis, he has admitted to this, is that Stanionis is going to come out very hungry and determined and has a very aggressive style. What are his thoughts on colliding against Stanionis on Saturday?
Насчет боя со Станионисом, все знают, что он голодный до победы и выйдет драться, будет идти вперед. Как относишься к этому бою?
Я голоден не меньше него, я знаю, что ожидать от него, я готов ко всему.
I'm hungry as much as he is, and I know what to expect from this fight, so I'm ready.
All right, now I'm going to turn it over to your challenger, a Montez Stanionis, 13-0, 9 knockouts, a Lithuanian Olympian. A Montez, when they gave you the call for this opportunity, immediately, what went through your mind?
I was dreaming all my life about this moment, and it came dream, and I was like so happy.
So the significance of this fight is that there's never been a Lithuanian world champion in boxing. Have the people back home talked about what this would mean for them and your country, and not only yourself?
Yeah, it would be amazing in Lithuania. Like you said, we never had a world champion, so everybody's expecting me to become, and everybody's rooting for me. So I hope to make it like real.
You, like Radzab, have fought a variety of different styles, but it's no secret that he likes to come forward, you like to come forward. Is it nice to know that it's not going to be hard to find this man on Saturday at AT&T Stadium here in Arlington?
That's for sure. I think fans will be for an entertaining fight, and it's going to be, I think, like 2 trucks will meet in the middle of the ring, and there's going to be a big explosion.
Well, he's predicting fireworks in abundance. Radzab, for you, both you and Stanionis have exclaimed that this is going to be a physically taxing fight, that it's going to be potentially brutal. With that being said, how do you prepare yourself for a fight that might be very physical inside that ring on Saturday on Showtime Championship Boxing?
Ожидается, что этот бой будет очень много физики в нем, контакта, бойня и так далее. То есть, как ты готовишь себя к такому физически плотному бою?
Да, 100%. Это тот бой, именно который я хочу. Я люблю драку, войну, и я думаю, в пятницу мы ее устроим.
Yeah, that's exactly the fight that I like. I like to come in, I like to bang, I like, to make it a tough inside the ring. So that's exactly what I'm looking for.
What does it mean for him to be defending his title on a card that is as stacked as what we are going to see on Saturday with Spence and Ugas in our main event with welterweight unification on the line? A fight in which, if he's successful, he'll likely have his eye on.
Каково это драться на таком, одном из лучших кардов в году, особенно в вашем весе, где главный бой Спенс Угас, и в случае победы ты должен встретиться с победителем этого боя.
Я очень рад находиться здесь, драться на этом шоу. Для меня большая честь. Спасибо большое Showtime, Эрролу Хейману за такую возможность. Это большой вечер и большой шанс показать себя как боксера высокого уровня и в случае победы подраться с лучшим боксером в моем весе.
Yeah, it's a big honor. It's a great card, as you said, one of the probably best stacked cards of the year, and it's a big opportunity for me to showcase my skills, showcase my level of boxing, and I want to thank for that opportunity Showtime, PBC, and Errol Heyman, and yep, that's what I feel.
Hey, Montez, Marvin Somodio has been in the corner of Manny Pacquiao as an assistant trainer alongside Hall of Fame trainer Freddie Roach. What has he told you in preparation for this showdown, a fight that you can make your dream become a reality and capturing a welterweight championship?
he has a dream like me to have a world champion. I want to become world champion, so we are training here very hard, and we have the same goal, to become world champions.
What can fans expect on Saturday when you square off against Radzab Butayev?
It's going to be a banger. That's our styles like that, so it's going to be a good night of boxing. I think it's going to be a very, very good fight for the fans.
Radzab, you and Joel Diaz have just chemistry where it has led you to being a world champion at just 14-0. What is the key to the chemistry that you and Joel Diaz, who is one of the preeminent trainers in boxing today, currently have?
Ты с Джоэлем, у вас есть особая химия между друг другом, вы понимаете друг друга. С всего лишь 14 боями ты уже чемпион мира. Что особенного в ваших отношениях с твоим тренером, который является одним из лучших на сегодняшний день?
Да, несомненно, мой тренер один из лучших тренеров в мире. И с первого дня, когда я пришел к нему в зал, когда мы поработали на лапах, он мне сказал, что я лучший боксер в своем весе. Он заставил меня в это поверить, и мы работали над этим. Мне очень нравится то, чему он меня учит, его стиль, и благодаря этому я выигрываю свои бои.
Yeah, definitely. As soon as we worked for the first time, I stepped into his gym. Joel worked with me on the mitts, and he just told me, you know what, you are the best welterweight, and you are the best welterweight, and you're going to become world champion. Today, we are the champions, and I'm growing with every fight, and I'm getting better, and I like and enjoy working with Joel.
What are his thoughts on Spence and Ugas in the main event from AT&T Stadium on SHOWTIME Pay-Per-View?
Какие мысли о Спенс Угас бое, главном поединке?
Очень интересный бой, с нетерпением хочу его посмотреть и знать для себя, с кем мне придется драться дальше.
Great fight, looking forward to that fight. I just want to see who's the winner and who I'm facing next.
Montez, I know that you have business to handle first against Radzab Butayev, but what are your thoughts on Spence and Ugas welterweight unification, 3 world titles on the line?
It's going to be a good fight, I think, because Spence has a lot to prove. He was out for a long time, so I think Crawford is looking at him, and he's looking also at Crawford, that he'll have to look good, So I think it's going to be a very good fight.
Artie Montez, on Saturday night, what is your prediction as you challenge Radzab Butayev for the welterweight championship of the world?
I just want to hear the words, and they knew. That's it, and simple.
Radzab, your prediction as you defend your world championship for the first time against fellow unbeaten Montez Staniones live on SHOWTIME Championship Boxing, preceding the pay-per-view.
Раджаб, твоя первая защита титула. Какой прогноз ты даешь на ваш бой?
Я не могу давать прогнозы, но моя цель нокаутировать соперника в любом случае.
I'm not going to make any prediction. I have a goal. I need to stop my opponent, and that's what I'm looking for.
Here's a suggestion. Get your seats early. Get in front of your TV early. This doubleheader is can't miss as we come your way 8 Eastern, 7 local time, 5 Pacific time. SHOWTIME Championship Boxing. Brandon Lee against Zachary Ochoa. Then in our main event on SHOWTIME Championship Boxing, Radzab Butayev and Montez Staniones for the welterweight championship of the world. Let's give them all a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And now we will stand them up and get ceremonial photos as we inch closer to fight night here in Arlington, Texas. This is our main event on SHOWTIME Championship Boxing. Butayev and Staniones for the welterweight championship of the world. To open up Showtime Championship Boxing, Brandon Lee looking to remain undefeated. Zachary Ochoa, 21-2. He has other plans. Catch it 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time. And ladies and gentlemen, we are just starting fight week here in Arlington, Texas. Tomorrow at 2 Eastern, 1 local time, you will see the main event press conference with the current champions, Errol Spence Jr., as he puts 2 world titles on the line against the WBA welterweight champion of the world, Yordenis Ugas. You can catch that at 2 Eastern, 1 Pacific time, 11 a.m. Pacific time. That'll come your way on the Showtime Sports YouTube page. Then on Friday, catch the official weigh-in here from Arlington at noon Eastern, 11 local time. That'll be 9 on the Pacific time zone on Showtime Sports YouTube page. And watch the fighters involved in our pay-per-view and Showtime Championship Boxing electric cards weigh in, hit the scales, and face off one more time before they embark on their matchups on Saturday here from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tickets are still available. You can get them at SeatGeek.com, the official ticketing partner of AT&T Stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the deepest, if not the strongest card of the year. Any one of these fights could be a main event anywhere in the world. And lo and behold, we give you 6 amazing fights starting at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific time, and then that'll transition to the pay-per-view at 10 Eastern, or beg your pardon, 9 Eastern, 8 local time as we go live with a tremendous card. It is going to be a historic night of boxing, just the 12th time that the welterweight division will be unified. 3 world titles on the line. Errol Spence, your very own, has the WBC and the IBF crowns. And Yordenis Ugas with the WBA crown. Someone is going home with 3 world titles and continue to make their name and etch their name in the history books. The co-main event will be a dynamic lightweight matchup with 2 men that are very opposites in age. You have Isaac Cruz coming off of a loss at the hands of Gervonta Davis, a wickedly entertaining matchup back in December. His adversary will be the Olympic gold medalist and the 2-division world champion, Yordenis Gamboa. Before that, you will see the rising prospect, Jose Valenzuela, 11-0 with 7 knockouts. His toughest challenge to date is to take on the former super featherweight champion of the world, Francisco El Bandido Vargas. Before that, we have a sensational matchup at welterweight between Cody Crowley, who's undefeated from Canada, fresh of a win over Kudratilo Abdukukurov. His assignment on Saturday will be the Riverside Rocky, the 18-year veteran, Josecito Lopez. Lopez has never been in a boring fight in his nearly 2 decades in the sport. Expect fireworks in that one. And then you just heard, as you see, our Showtime Championship Boxing doubleheader, as we have Brandon Lee and Zachary Ochoa. Also, you have Radza Butayev. And now for the fans out there, you're now able to see the fighters. Let's give a round of applause to Brandon Lee, ladies and gentlemen. 24-0, 22 knockouts in the midst of a 15-fight win streak. His opponent, 21-2, 7 wins by knockout. Brooklyn's own Zachary Ochoa. In our main event, the WBA welterweight champion of the world, 14-0, 11 wins by knockout from Russia, as he makes the first defense of his welterweight championship. Radza Butayev, ladies and gentlemen. He puts his crown on the line against the undefeated Lithuanian Olympian, looking to make history and become the first Lithuanian to win a world title in boxing, Eimantas Stanionis. I'm going to tell you this. Both fights are going to be dynamic. Get to AT&T Stadium early, ladies and gentlemen. You do not want to miss a second of the action. And tickets are available at SeatGeek.com. Or if you are anywhere in the United States, it's very easy to do. All you have to do is pull up a chair, relax, enjoy Showtime Championship Boxing at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific time. Order the pay-per-view right now. You do not want to wait till tomorrow, Friday or Saturday. Order the pay-per-view now and be ready for a sensational 4-fight card. Every single one of these fights is going to produce action. The leather will be flying at AT&T Stadium right behind me here in Arlington. The weather is perfect, and expect the action to get hotter on Saturday at AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Spence Ugas Fight Week in full effect. And for the live stream, we are going to be back with the media workout, as you will see the fighters a part of our pay-per-view card. Step inside the ring, workout, and get ready, as we are 3 days away until Spence and Ugas on Showtime Championship Boxing pay-per-view. Welterweight unification on the line here in Texas. live as we get closer to Spence and Ugas coming up on Saturday live from AT&T Stadium. Right behind me on Showtime Pay-Per-View, I'm Ray Flores as you are watching us here on Showtime Sports YouTube page. And coming up, we are going to talk with some of the fighters that are going to be involved in our pay-per-view portion. We have a sensational card, and it is loaded from top to bottom, ladies and gentlemen. You do not want to miss it, as we will start off tonight with Cody Crowley, the unbeaten Canadian, who is 20-0 with 9 knockouts. He will go head-to-head against the Riverside Rocky, Josecito Lopez. Then we will move on to 135. We'll stay there for 2 fights. Jose Valenzuela, who's 11-0 with 7 knockouts. He will put his undefeated record on the line against the former super featherweight champion of the world, Francisco El Bandido Vargas, a Mexican Olympian. Then our co-main event, we will have Isaac Cruz, fresh off a loss at the hands of Gervonta Tank Davis back in December at Staples Center, now Crypto.com Arena. His opponent will be none other than the Olympic gold medalist, the 2-division world champion, and Yordenis Gamboa. And then in our main event, for 3 world titles at 147, Errol Spence puts the WBC and IBF welterweight crown on the line as he will take on the WBA welterweight champion of the world, Yordenis Ugas. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we want to bring in Cody Crowley with a record of 20 wins against no defeats. 9 wins coming by way of knockout. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up Cody Crowley. And also, ladies and gentlemen, the Riverside Rocky, Josecito Lopez, with a record of 38 wins against 8 defeats here inside over here.
Talk together, and then you send Josecito to the interview that he worked on. This side.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Josecito Lopez. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get them facing off once again. Ladies and gentlemen, let's face off, guys. In the middle right here, guys. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Cody Crowley and Josecito Lopez to begin the night here at AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. What a matchup it is going to be. Josecito, now face out, guys. Face out, gentlemen. All right, guys, face out. Thank you very much. Let's face out. What? All right, that's enough, guys. That's enough. Thank you very much, gentlemen. All right, Josecito, we got some interviews for you, and then Cody, you can work out. All right, Josecito, you can go ahead and handle the interviews, and Cody Crowley will step inside the ring and work out. So Josecito Lopez is going to meet with the media. Cody Crowley going to work out. Cody, let me go ahead and get. Cody, let me go ahead and before we go ahead and get you to work out, what are your thoughts on taking on Josecito Lopez? You guys had a very intense stare down.
You know, the guy's been in there with a lot of amazing fighters. He's an amazing fighter himself. But, you know, when Cody Crowley comes to fight, and that's a dog in the ring, and it's a war every single time. And Saturday night, you 10-round war from the to the end of the bell until some man goes down. That's what I bring every time. Testing. I said I'm a pay-per-view star in the making. Everyone's going to find out this Saturday night what I'm all about. Haven't heard of Cody Crowley yet? Tune in Saturday night.
All right, Cody Crowley, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to work out for all of you here at Texas Live. Cody Crowley and Josecito Lopez.
4 over frequency 3.
You're watching Cody Crowley work out. He's 20-0 with 9 knockouts. His opponent on Saturday to begin the pay-per-view, the Riverside Rocky, Josecito Lopez. It is the Spence Ugas Media Workouts here at Texas Live in Arlington on the Showtime Sports YouTube page. You're watching Cody Crowley inside the ring, ladies and gentlemen, 20-0 with 9 knockouts from Canada. Coming off of a win over Kudratilo Abdukukurov back in December to remain undefeated. This, his most high-profile opponent to date in Josecito Lopez. Texas Live, make some noise for Cody Crowley. Baby, you know they call him the Crippler, right? Yes, he is. Cody the Crippler Crowley. I got to tell you, when it comes to press conference stuff, man, and on the mic, he's a dangerous man, but he's even more dangerous inside the ring, Hollywood baby. That's right. He's taking on the Riverside Rocky on Saturday night to begin the Showtime Pay-Per-View card. Spence and Ugas here at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. All right, a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Cody Crowley. Cody Crowley looking to remain undefeated, 20-0 with 9 knockouts. So he is done and going ahead and... So ladies and gentlemen, just to give you an idea of what we have in store for you, coming up on Saturday, we have a dynamic night of boxing coming your way on Showtime Pay-Per-View and Showtime Championship Boxing. 9 Eastern is when the pay-per-view gets going. 7 Eastern is when we get going with Showtime Championship Boxing, our doubleheader. And we are awaiting the Riverside Rocky, Josecito Lopez. Hollywood baby, I love watching Josecito fight.
Yes, sir. It's amazing out here today, man. Hey, and Saturday night, like you said, what other place than to get it right here in Texas at the biggest, the most beautifulest stadium in the world, the AT&T Stadium.
There is no better place to be on Saturday than AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And now we want to bring up, with a record of 38 wins, 8 losses, 21 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the Riverside Rocky, Josecito Lopez. Josecito, great to see you. I had to let you go, but my goodness, tell us about the intense stare-down between you and Cody Crowley. What did you take away from that?
Not a whole lot necessarily. I'm just prepared and can't wait till Saturday.
You've been a pro for 18 years. You fought everybody and anybody within your era. Can you tell us about what drives you to still compete at this high level?
My hunger to still compete against the top fighters, to fight for a world championship. I fight with the best fighters, and I'll fight anybody they put in front of me.
And what can fans expect when you step inside the ring against Cody Crowley?
Well, anytime you see one of my fights, especially the people in Texas, when I get the opportunity to fight in Texas, they know that I come to fight, and it's going to be one of the best fights of the night for sure.
It seems to me like you're feeding off of the fans' energy already, and we're only on Wednesday.
Oh, no, I have a deep love for Texas, for the Texas people, and I can't wait to show out Saturday.
All right, Josecito, good luck. We'll allow you to work out. The Riverside Rocky, Josecito Lopez, ladies and gentlemen. Give a round of applause to Josecito Lopez, ladies and gentlemen, the Riverside Rocky. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Josecito Lopez. Focused, determined, and ready to go, Hollywood baby.
Yes.
Look, Josecito Lopez, Cody Crowley, I told you that's the kind of fight that is going to be so much toe-to-toe action that I might have to put the blanket over my head because it's going to get down and they're going to throw heavy leather, my man.
Action-packed right here at the AT&T Stadium this weekend. Ray, I think we're about to give away another glove. Are you ready?
Are the fans ready is the question. Are you guys ready for another glove? Baby, you seem to be giving the fans gifts and everything, so let me go ahead and turn that over to you because you are being on K104 here in Dallas. You know this area better than anybody, so I'll let you take over the reins on this one.
Where the real boxing fans at? Where are the real boxing fans at? I got another signature glove from Ugas and Spence Jr. Who wants the glove? Is it this side? Is it the middle? Is it this side? Is it this side?
Uh-oh. Make some noise. That's on you. What do you think? Uh-oh.
All right.
Oh, the little man got it. The little man got it. Let's give him a round of applause.
Y'all give a round of applause for the little man. He caught the glove.
All right. I love that.
Ray, this weekend is going to be explosive.
And you know why? Because we have a full week of events. We have today the media workouts, Hollywood Bay. Friday, the weigh-in, 11 o'clock here. Going to be tremendous to watch the guys tip the scales and weigh in. Spence and Ugas, I'll tell you this. I went to their training camp a few weeks ago, and both guys are in tip-top physical shape. They look in unbelievable shape. They look like they could fight 2 weeks ago.
Are y'all ready to see Spence Ugas this weekend?
She said yes.
I cannot wait, y'all. I am so excited to see Errol Spence Jr. back in the ring versus Ugas.
All right, well, I got a very special guest in attendance. Woo! This man, to me, is one of the fiercest punchers at 168. He's been involved in exciting fights. May 21, he takes on David Lemieux. Please welcome David El Bandera Roja Benavides. David, it's great to see you. I know you're a stablemate with Jose Valenzuela. He has a matchup coming up against Francisco Vargas. He's in his early 20s. You sort of being the young veteran, what advice are you giving Jose Valenzuela for this, the biggest opponent that he's ever had in his career?
Well, Raul Valenzuela has been doing it, excellent up to this point. I just told him, stay calm, remember his training. He's been wanting a big moment. It doesn't get any bigger than this. Dallas Cowboys Stadium, and from all these people in Texas, Texas got one of the best fans in the whole U.S. too. So my brother's going to go in there. He's going to get a good knockout. So it's going to be a great fight. Stay tuned.
You fought here in the co-main event of March of 2019 when you knocked out Jay Leon Love on the undercard of Errol Spence's first main event against Mikey Garcia in front of nearly 50,000 fans. What does it mean for all of these fighters when you fight at AT&T Stadium, a palace like that in which you were quite successful in?
That's like I said, man, the fans here are electric. As soon as you walk in until when you leave, there's no feeling to describe the feeling that you go in there when you find the Cowboys Stadium. It's amazing, man. So, I'm looking forward to Saturday, to watch all the fights and, to support my friend Raul Valenzuela.
Well, we're looking forward to Saturday, this upcoming Saturday on Showtime Pay-Per-View. That's April 16th. But I'm also looking forward to Saturday, May 21st. In your home area of Phoenix, Arizona, when you take on David Lemieux. How excited are you for that opportunity in just over a month's time?
I'm very excited. I work extremely hard for this. I still got 6 weeks left of camp. It's going to be for a WBC interim title, but I'm going in and I'm going to get the knockout.
What kind of statement are you hoping to make to the rest of the division?
Just to let everyone know I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. And whoever steps in that ring, they're all going to suffer the same fate. I'm going in there, I'm stopping everybody.
David El Bandera Roja Benavidez, ladies and gentlemen. Show him some love. David Benavidez, one of the most exciting fighters in boxing today. Do not miss it. David Benavidez, his stablemate, Jose Valenzuela, will take on Francisco El Bandido Vargas, the former world champion and Mexican Olympian. And Bebe, man, oh man, David Benavidez here to support his stablemate. What I love about that is that it's a family atmosphere. David Benavidez, I watched him handle business over 3 years ago. What am I talking about? Time flies. 3 years ago when he stopped Jay Leon Love. Now his stablemate is in a massive pay-per-view fight against Francisco Vargas.
Ooh, this weekend is going to be crazy, right? Can you wait for it? No, you can't wait.
Like I said, I wish it was tomorrow, but guess what? My mom always says you must display patience, so I got to wait another 72 hours.
Yes, sir, and I'm so ready, man. This weekend is going to be bananas at the AT&T Stadium. Ray, look at the fighter. A man after the people's own heart.
No doubt about it. I love how he's giving back to the fans and saying hello. And that's what you get when you come out to PBC events. You don't know who you're going to see. You don't know who you're going to talk to. You don't know what kind of photo you're going to get. But all I know is that you will see the world's best here when it comes to a massive PBC event. It is Spence Ugas for the Unified Welterweight Championship of the World this upcoming Saturday night, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific time on pay-per-view. Also, tickets still available at SeatGeek.com.
And let's not sleep on the weigh-in. The weigh-in Friday is going to be crazy, right?
11 o'clock local time for the weigh-in when you will see the fighters tip the scale here in Arlington as we get closer to Errol Spence Jr. and Yordenis Ugas. Not one, not two, but 3 world titles on the line. The winner is going to put more gold around their waist than what you do around your neck and on your wrist, baby. And that's saying a lot.
That is saying a lot, man. Boxing fans, we have another pair of tickets to give away to the Fight Friday. So that'll be coming up here shortly. Anybody born in the month of April? Where are my April babies at? Where are you at?
April babies.
Oh, my
Make some
April
noise
babies.
if you were born in April.
The 21st. Where's your ID? Where's your ID?
We need evidence. Baby, you can handle the evidence. You know, I'm not the investigator.
They're called, hey, Ray, they're called receipts.
Okay.
Give me that ID. My man in the gray over here to the right side with the cap on.
All right. I believe we have somebody.
You are born April the 21st. So I'm going to give you 1 ticket to the fight this weekend. Y'all make some noise for the birthday boy right there. All right, Chuck, I'm going to get his information. I got it right here. I'm going to hold on to his driver's license. Got to prove it. Anybody else born in the month of April?
All right, baby, I got a very special guest in the house. This man will be involved in an excellent matchup against a very determined Jose Valenzuela. I want to bring up this man's record: 27 wins, 3 losses, 2 draws, 19 wins coming by way of knockout. He won his world title by defeating Takashi Miura in one of the most exciting fights of 2015. A Mexican Olympian. He's been involved in several Fight of the Year contenders. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mexican Olympian and the former world champion, Francisco El Bandido Vargas. Francisco, as you get set to take on Jose Valenzuela, what does this opportunity mean to you?
Bueno, creo que es una gran oportunidad pelear con Valenzuela. Es un muchacho, un prospecto que viene trabajando duro y creo que ganarle se vendrían buenas oportunidades.
Well, you know, this is a great opportunity for me, something that it's going to be a great fight and something that I'm really looking forward to this Saturday night.
You took Isaac Cruz the distance in your last outing back in June. What did you take away from that fight? Because Isaac Cruz has been on a roll as of late.
Bueno, fuiste contra Isaac Cruz hasta las últimas consecuencias. ¿Qué lecciones sacaste de esa pelea y que te van a servir este sábado?
Bueno, pues cada pelea uno adquiere experiencia. Sabíamos que era un peleador fuerte, joven y con muchas mañas, pero sí hizo bien el trabajo.
You know, every fight provides valuable lessons. Cruz was a young, scrappy fighter with a lot of tricks up his sleeves, but you know, he's someone that taught me a lot of things that I'm going to put in practice Saturday night, and you'll see that.
What is your thoughts on your opponent, Jose Valenzuela? He's 11-0, 7 knockouts. He's undefeated. You're the veteran, but where do you feel like you have the advantages in?
Bueno, ¿qué opinas de José Valenzuela, alguien que está invicto, pero de dónde crees que está tu ventaja para poder dar el batacazo?
Bueno, pues es un peleador bueno, un peleador que invicto, que viene trabajando duro, y creo que mi ventaja va a ser la experiencia.
You know, he's a good fighter, someone that's very dedicated. But at the same time, I think that I'm more skilled, and I have the edge in that I'm younger and more skilled.
All right, Francisco, we'll let you work out for the fans here in Arlington. Give it up for El Bandido Vargas, ladies and gentlemen. Francisco Vargas matches up against Jose Valenzuela, the second fight of the pay-per-view. This at 135. Thank you very much to Martin Bader for the translation. I'll mention that when he works out. Absolutely. Kid's a warrior. And ladies and gentlemen, not only was this man involved in one of 2015's best fight, but a 2016 Fight of the Year contenders against likes of Orlando Salido and Miguel Burchell. This man is all action all the time. The Mexican warrior, Francisco El Bandido Vargas. When this man steps in between the ropes, expect fireworks as he matches up against Jose Valenzuela on Saturday, AT&T Stadium here in Arlington on Showtime Pay-Per-View. All right, ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause. Un aplauso para Francisco El Bandido Vargas. This man, no doubt, is not shy from confrontation. Francisco Vargas against Jose Valenzuela. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Gracias. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. And Hollywood Baby, where you at, my man?
Yes, I'm
Francisco
here,
Vargas, I got to tell you what. This guy was involved in epic, I'm not saying just good fights, not just great fights, epic fights against Takashi Miura, Orlando Salido, along with Miguel Burchell. This guy comes into this ring and wants to tear your head off, and he can still go. He took Isaac Cruz the distance back in June.
So he always come forward, right?
All the time. I've never seen him take a step backwards in his life willingly. The man always comes forward.
Always come forward. So, hey, we're looking for a great show on this Saturday, AT&T Stadium, live on pay-per-view. What time we need to be telling fans to get there this weekend?
As early as you can. When the doors open up, get there. You don't want to miss one fight on this card. The matchmakers of PBC have put together a masterful card from top to bottom. Every single fight on this card you need to be in the house for. Do not miss a second of the action. You know why, baby? Because if you're like, you know what? I'm going to be fashionably late. I'm going to show up at like 5 o'clock. Then people in the stands that are at AT&T Stadium are going to be like, man, when we got here, when the doors opened up, you missed that knockout. You missed a candidate for Fight of the Year. Every single fight is cannot miss. When the doors open up, be there and be ready. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we want to bring up a young man who has an undefeated record, 11 wins, no losses, 7 of those coming by way of knockout. Trains alongside middleweight contender David Benavidez under the guidance of Jose Benavidez Sr. Originally from Los Mochis, Sinaloa, Mexico. Coming off of a win over Austin Dulé in December by 4th round TKO. Here is Jose Rayo Valenzuela. Jose, it is great to see you at 22 years of age. The biggest opportunity of your career as you take on Francisco Vargas. What's going through your mind as you are 3 days away until you take on Vargas at AT&T Stadium?
I'm extremely excited. You know, this is a dream come true. I can't do nothing but thank God every day, you know, for this opportunity.
So how would you assess your opponent, Francisco Vargas? He talked to me earlier today or a few moments ago and said he feels experience is going to be a factor in the fight to his benefit. Your response?
Yeah, I think he's a hell of a fighter. You know, he has a lot of experience. We saw him give a good fight to Pitbull Cruz. So, you know, I've trained for a hard fight, a war, and I'm training like if he was in his prime.
Is this the fight to sort of separate you from being a fringe contender and a budding prospect to a serious contender, do you feel?
Yeah, I think this will put me on the radar to face any of these top guys.
All right, Jose will allow you to work out. Thank you so much. Jose Rayo Valenzuela alongside his entire team. Jose Benavidez Sr. and company. Jose Valenzuela, Francisco Vargas. This will be a part of our pay-per-view on Saturday. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the weigh-in comes your way on Saturday at 11 o'clock local time here at Texas Live. Do not miss it. The weigh-in for Spence Ugas, the unified welterweight championship of the world. Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen, for Jose Valenzuela. Jose Valenzuela alongside his lead trainer, Jose Benavidez Sr., the father of David Benavidez. What's up, boys? Good to see you. What's up, Dave? Hey, how's your boy doing, man? You doing great? I see he's big on your social media, man. Man, that's great. I'm happy for you. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, you've been lucky. On Saturday, bro. That was awesome. It's like, it's weird because backing up, and then like a couple seconds, and he started ripping the box, backing up, love it. Like you just, I can tell you pride, and you look like really like cut. Everyone wants to see that. That'll sell out people in Vegas. I'm excited. Give it up for Jose Valenzuela, ladies and gentlemen. The undefeated lightweight standout. Jose Valenzuela takes on Francisco El Bandido Vargas. Texas Live, make some noise for Jose Valenzuela.
Yes, sir.
Man, they love this guy. They love this guy almost as much as the noise that they made for you, David, back in March of 2019. Talk about a co-main event. Can't believe you were the co-main event on that show. Tremendous. Look at how fast he's hitting the pads. He can't even hold on to him. That's how fast he's hitting the pads. Jose Valenzuela inside the ring working out as we get closer to Valenzuela and Francisco Vargas on Showtime Pay-Per-View, AT&T Stadium here in Arlington.
Boxing fans, make some noise for Jose!
We got one more round, ladies and gentlemen, as Jose Valenzuela continues to prepare himself for battle against Francisco Vargas. This will be the second fight of the pay-per-view from AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. We go live at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific time with our pay-per-view portion. Wait a minute, the chain came off. That means he really means business. I saw that, Mr. Benavides. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Jose Valenzuela, known as El Rayo. Oh my goodness, expect fireworks between Jose Valenzuela and Francisco Vargas. Bebe, what did you think of his workout?
I thought it was amazing, man. The body shots. I'm scared of the power. I seen the power.
This crowd loves him already, Bebe. I think they've adopted him.
I think they love him too, man.
Jose, thank you so much. Round of applause. Finally, what do you want to tell the fans out there?
Gracias a toda la raza que vino a apoyar. Nos vemos este sábado, no se la pierdan. ¡Vámonos! ¡Woo!
Jose Valenzuela, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, baby, you got some stuff to give away. These people have been working very hard. We got anything to give away, or are we going to save that till Friday?
No, I got another pair of Fight Night tickets, baby.
Boy.
I got another pair of tickets.
I like that. I like the sound of that.
Yes, sir. And we're going to give it away to the livest fan, the one that's making the most noise tonight. Let me see who want to go to the fight. Let me see who wants to go to the fight the baddest. Let me see. Will it be up top? Will it be down bottom on the left? Will it be in the middle? Will it be on the right side?
Jose Valenzuela, Francisco Vargas, ladies and gentlemen. This in the lightweight division. Will Valenzuela remain undefeated, or will Vargas hand him the first loss of his career? All right, baby, we had to go ahead and handle that business. And have you given away the tickets yet or not yet?
Yes, we're going to give away tickets here tonight.
Oh, I love that. See, you are the ticket man, coming out, giving away free tickets, autographed boxing gloves, everything.
The ticket master right now, I'm looking for the livest fan, the livest boxing fan right now. It's so many. All right. I got one. My guy right there with the D hat on. Yes, the guy right there with the D hat on. You have one ticket. I need another one. I need another fan. I need another fan. Up top? No. On the left side. What we doing over here? I'm looking for the livest fan right now. You want to see Errol Spence Jr. You want to see Ugas. And my guy right there with the white shirt, right there with the white t-shirt. You come see me. I've got you and the guy with the D hat on, and we're going to give away more tickets. Y'all give a round of applause for you, guy with the glasses on right there. You, my friend. You, my friend. I'm sending you to the Errol Spence Jr. and Ugas fight. Y'all give them a round of applause. We've got more tickets coming up in a minute. All right.
Hey, baby, I love the passion and the energy from the fans here at Texas Live in Arlington. Behind us, the palace of AT&T Stadium, where everyone will be inside on Saturday. Get there early, don't be late, and enjoy this tremendous afternoon and evening of boxing. And it all culminates with Errol Spence Jr. putting two of his welterweight championships of the world on the line against Yordenis Ugas, who will put his WBA world title on the line. The winner of this fight will take home 3 world titles. This is just the 12th time in history that 147 has been unified to a degree. So history will be made at AT&T Stadium here in Arlington on Saturday, Hollywood, baby.
Hey, I like Jose Valenzuela, right? What do you like about him?
I like the fact that he's 22 years of age. I like his body punching. I like his boxing IQ. But more than anything, he's a Mexican fighter. He comes in this ring and he wants to go forward. He wants to hurt you. He goes to the body. He's a warrior. He's only 22 years of age, and he's looking to try to elevate himself in the rankings. And he's got to be able to get past Francisco Vargas. Francisco Vargas is, I believe, 37 years of age. He's got 15 years on Jose Valenzuela. But here's what's interesting about this, Hollywood baby. Francisco Vargas knows what it's like to be a young prospect and be in his position. This guy has been involved in some epic clashes. Takashi Miura back in November of 2015. Orlando Salido, Miguel Burchell went the distance against Isaac Cruz. This guy comes wanting to knock you out from the time the bell rings in round 1 till the time the bell sounds. If it gets to the 12th, Vargas is coming to fight.
Yes, and it's all happening right here at the AT&T Stadium. Boxing fans, y'all make some noise one time! We've got more tickets on the way. Y'all stick and stay. Ray, take it away.
Oh, thank you very much, Hollywood Baby. Just to run down the schedule for all of you here on Saturday, as we have Showtime Championship Boxing coming your way at 6 o'clock local time, a doubleheader. It features Brandon Lee as he will match up against Zachary Ochoa. Brandon Lee has knocked out 15 straight opponents. Will it be 16, or will Zachary Ochoa hand Brandon Lee the first loss of his professional career? The main event on Showtime Championship Boxing, expect a barn burner as Radza Butayev, the champion, just coming off of capturing that title as he stopped Jamal James back on October 30th in Las Vegas. He will take on the 2016 Lithuanian Olympian, the undefeated Eimantas Stanionis. Stanionis looking to become the first Lithuanian to capture a world title. Then we get ready for the pay-per-view. You've heard from Cody Crowley, the undefeated Canadian, known as the Crippler. He'll put his undefeated record on the line as he takes on the Riverside Rocky, Josecito Lopez. Lopez, been a pro for 18 years, fought the likes of Marcos Maidana, Victor Ortiz, Keith Thurman, Andre Berto, and so many more. And we continue with Jose Valenzuela and Francisco Vargas. Coming up, you will see Isaac Cruz inside this ring after a hard-fought loss at the hands of Gervonta Davis. He will match up against the two-time Olympic gold medalist, the two-division world champion, Yordenis Gamboa, and also Errol Spence Jr., who holds the WBC and IBF welterweight champion of the world. He will take on Yordenis Ugas. And we are just awaiting, ladies and gentlemen, getting set for our co-main event. Yes. Gamble, all right. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring up to the ring his record: 30 wins, 4 losses, 18 wins coming by way of knockout. He's a former unified featherweight champion, a native of Guantanamo, Cuba. He holds victories over the likes of Jason Sosa and Roman Martinez. Lost a 2014 Fight of the Year candidate against Terrence Bud Crawford. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Olympic gold medalist and former champion of the world, Yordenis Gamboa. We're going to have Martin Bader translate for us. Yordenis become this way. Yordenis, at 40 years of age, how much does this opportunity mean to you as you take on Isaac Cruz in the co-main event on Saturday?
Bueno, tenés 40 años, una nueva oportunidad. ¿Qué significa el estar frente a toda esta gente en Dallas, en un estadio como el de los Cowboys, y tener esta oportunidad el sábado por la noche?
Bueno, estoy muy agradecido por darme la oportunidad, ya que esta oportunidad para mí es muy importante, basado en la confianza que han dado conmigo la gente de PBC, Luisito de Cuba Junior, que me ha dado esta oportunidad. Quiero agradecerle por esta opción.
I'm really thankful to be here. I'm lucky to be here in front of all you people, and I'm really excited to give you a great fight on Saturday night. I'm thankful with PBC, with all of Cuba, and really, I can't wait to show you guys what I'm capable of.
You have lost 2 straight fights, but to high-level opposition, world champions in Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney. Do you feel as that this is a must-win situation for you on Saturday?
Tras tus derrotas contra Gervonta Davis y Haney, ¿sentís que esto es ganar o ganar, que no hay alternativa?
Bueno, definitivamente es un deporte. Lo importante es tener el coraje y poder tener la voluntad de estar arriba del ring y mostrar lo que tú eres.
Look, the important thing is no matter what happened in the past, you have to have courage. You have to have the conviction that you can win. And that's exactly what I'm going to have on Saturday night.
So in your mind, what do you feel is going to be the difference against Isaac Cruz on Saturday?
Bueno, entonces, ¿qué opinas desde tu perspectiva que va a ser la diferencia que te va a permitir ganar contra Isaac Cruz el sábado?
Bueno, tengo una pelea diferente totalmente, un hombre diferente. nosotros nos estamos preparando para mostrarle al mundo entero lo que Yordenis Gamboa trae el sábado.
Every fight is different, and you know the key is that we're getting ready to show the entire world that we can come out on top on Saturday night.
Yordenis Gamboa, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Cuban gold medalist and former world champion as he will work out here at Texas Live in Arlington.
Gracias. Actually, I'm going to keep it.
You are watching Yordenis Gamboa work out. He's in the co-main event. The Olympic gold medalist and former world champion, as he will take on Isaac Cruz in the co-feature. This in the lightweight division, Saturday night on Showtime Pay-Per-View from AT&T Stadium here in Arlington, Texas. Make some noise for Yordenis Gamboa, ladies and gentlemen. The former world champion and Olympic gold medalist. His matchup against Isaac Cruz is just days away. All right. Thank you very much to Yordenis Gamboa, ladies and gentlemen. Working out for all of you here at Texas Live and also the Showtime Sports YouTube page. Don't forget, tomorrow, live on Showtime Sports YouTube page, the main event press conference at 2 Eastern, 1 local time with Errol Spence Jr. and Yordenis Ugas. On Friday, 11 o'clock local time, the weigh-in here in Arlington, Texas. Watch the fighters, a part of Saturday's mega card. tip the scales and weigh in one day away ahead of their respective showdowns. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we want to go ahead and bring up a young man who certainly gained the admiration of fight fans around the world with a valiant effort back in December against Gervonta Tank Davis. His record, 22 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 15 wins coming by way of knockout. He's a part of a fighting family. His grandfather, father, uncles, they all fought professionally. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, the 23-year-old lightweight contender from Mexico City, Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Just awaiting Isaac Cruz to make his way inside the ring. He's getting his gloves on, and he will be inside this very ring to work out ahead of his clash against Yordenis Gamboa, the co-main event of Spence and Ugas on Saturday. And now we have Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Una entrevista, Isaac, aquí para la gente. Isaac, can you tell us about how excited are you to take on Yordenis Gamboa on Saturday in the co-main event of Spence and Ugas?
¿Qué tan entusiasmado estás de pelear contra Yordenis Gamboa con este ambiente en esta ciudad el sábado por la noche?
Estoy muy contento. Antes que nada quiero darle las gracias a todo Dallas por las muestras de cariño. Y bueno, yo vengo bastante preparado para brindarles un gran espectáculo y que la gente sea la ganadora.
I'm super excited, and I just want to thank Dallas, this great city, for all the support you have given me. I love you guys, and I hope to give you a great show on Saturday night.
What did you learn in your last fight against Gervonta Davis? A close fight, one that you gave your best, but what did you take away from that fight that you're going to utilize moving forward in your career?
¿Qué lección sacaste de tu pelea contra Gervonta Davis, la cual fue muy reñida, que te va a servir a futuro, no solo en esta pelea, sino que también en tu porvenir?
Totalmente no dejarle nada a los jueces y prepararme física y mentalmente todavía más duro.
You know, the biggest lesson that I took was that I have to prepare both physically and mentally to not give an inch to any opponent ever again.
And for you, how do you see the fight playing out between you and Yordenis Gamboa?
¿Cómo ves que se va a desarrollar la pelea contra Yordenis Gamboa? ¿Ves un knockout? ¿Se define por puntos?
Yo vengo a hacer una pelea limpia, a dar un gran espectáculo y a ganar round por round, y si es por knockout, que mejor.
I come to give you guys a clean fight, a really good fight, and whichever way the victory comes, whether by knockout or by decision, it's going to be fine by me.
And how much does the fan support mean to you?
¿Y qué tanto te motiva, qué tanto significa para vos el apoyo de la gente aquí?
Me siento como en casa y por ellos voy a dar un gran espectáculo el siguiente sábado y vengo, como dije, a conquistar Dallas.
I feel right at home, so that's why I'm going to give you guys a great show. I promise you, you're not going to want to miss it.
All right, Isaac will let you work out for the fans here. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for the lightweight contender, Isaac Pitbull Cruz. You are watching the Spence Ugas media workouts here on the Showtime Sports YouTube page. We're here at Texas Live in Arlington, Texas. Inside the ring, the 22-2-1 lightweight contender, Isaac Cruz. Look at that hand speed, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise, Texas. All right, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Great to see Isaac Cruz in the house, a part of our co-main event against Yordenis Gamboa, the Pitbull desde Mexico. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Isaac Cruz, he will make his way out, and we will go ahead and we await our featured fighters. And Hollywood Baby, I told you Isaac Cruz is a bad man. Did you see that hand speed?
I saw the hand speed. Isaac Cruz is one of my favorites too, man, and I've been watching him for a minute too.
I was at Crypto.com Arena when he fought against Gervonta Davis, and that fight was ridiculous. Yeah. And I can only imagine what it's going to be like on Saturday when he looks to get back in the win column as he takes on Yordenis Gamboa.
It's going to be a good show. Boxing fans, make some noise one more time!
Show him some love.
Let him hear it. Cruz!
You got tickets and stuff to give away now? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we get closer to our featured fighters. And Hollywood Baby, I got to tell you, there is so much on the line in this main event. This is a massive fight. This card is loaded from top to bottom, but it has such a fitting main event with the unified welterweight championship of the world on the line.
Let's talk about it real quick. Errol Spence Jr., it's been a minute since he's been in the ring, right?
It's been since December of 2020 here at AT&T Stadium when he was victorious over Danny Garcia by unanimous decision.
So he had an accident and he's coming back. What are your concerns? What do you want to see from Errol Spence Jr. this Saturday night at the AT&T Stadium?
I saw Errol Spence Jr. work out a few weeks ago at his gym here in the Dallas area. And Errol Spence Jr. looks to be more ferocious, more focused than I've ever seen him. He told me, he said, from here on out, because I asked him, I posed the question to the WBC and IBF welterweight champion of the world. I said, why did you take this fight against Ugas, unification, instead of a tune-up? He said, moving forward, from now until the rest of my career, I only want to fight the biggest fights out there. How can you not love that? And the fact that Yordenis Ugas, it may have taken him, I see Louis DeCuba Sr. around here. What did it take, what did it take, as you look at, what did it take your man, Yordenis Ugas, to say yes to this fight? 3 seconds? 1 second. Louis DeCuba Sr. told me that it took him 1 second to say yes to this fight here in Errol Spence's backyard. Yordenis Ugas and Errol Spence Jr. Baby, they're throwback fighters. Everyone wants to talk about the old school, the old school, the old school. Well, the old school is right now because you have Yordenis Ugas and Errol Spence Jr. colliding for all the marbles.
Will it go the distance?
It all depends. I don't know. But all I got to tell you is that it is going to be a fight for the ages.
Boxing fans, make some noise one more time! Ray, take it away, baby.
Well, listen, when it comes to looking at, obviously we know what Errol Spence is all about. Fantastic fighter, undefeated, one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. But on the opposite side, with Yordenis Ugas, the one thing I look about him is that he's very tricky. But also with Cuban fighters and Mr. DeCuba Sr., maybe you can, nod your head. But I think that Ugas is one of the more aggressive fighters that we've seen of Cuban lineage, and that's what makes him that much more dangerous.
100%.
And he said 100% correct, and that's the legend in himself, Louis DeCuba Sr. And I got to tell you, Bebe, Yordenis Ugas is going to come trying to bring the fight to Errol Spence, and Errol Spence is saying, this is the third time I'm the only guy to main event as a prize fighter at AT&T Stadium. He is looking to defend his home turf.
Absolutely. What other place than the home of the Dallas Cowboys? Any Cowboy fans in the building?
The weigh-in on Friday is going to be just sheer pandemonium, baby. 11 o'clock local time when the guys will step on the scales. I feel the energy, the buzz. If you don't have tickets, SeatGeek.com. If you're joining us around the country, Showtime Pay-Per-View. Order it now. This is going to be a fantastic night of boxing, and you do not want to miss one round of the action. And ladies and gentlemen, we are awaiting our main event fighters, Yordenis Ugas and Errol Spence Jr. Ugas, the WBA welterweight champion of the world. Since coming back to the ring after a 2-year stint away from the sport of boxing, when he made his return back in 2016, he's 12-1. That only loss coming a very close decision at the hands of Showtime Sean Porter. He's trained under the guidance of Ismael Salas, one of the best trainers in all of boxing, coming off of a win over the great Manny Pacquiao back in August, and what incidentally happened to be Pacquiao's last fight. Meantime, Errol Spence Jr., I pointed out the fact that the last time he was inside the ring was in December of 2020, and he's making his return and extremely focused and ready to make a statement to try to capture Ugas' WBA welterweight championship of the world. 3 world titles on the line on Saturday night. The WBA, WBC, and IBF welterweight champion of the world. We will continue with our media workouts here at Texas Live on the Showtime Sports YouTube page. All right. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, Yordenis Ugas and Errol Spence Jr., they're coming up. And make sure to join us for an 11 a.m. weigh-in. So here's what you do. If you're at work, take an early lunch break or take the day off and join us for the weigh-in here in Arlington and just spend the whole weekend with us. We don't mind it. We want to have you guys here. And this is going to be a weekend you'll never forget. Spence and Ugas, the Unified Welterweight Championship of the world. As we said, ladies and gentlemen, the weigh-in on Friday at 11 o'clock. Start off your weekend early with us. Friday at 11 a.m. Join us for the weigh-in with Spence and Ugas here in Arlington, as we have the guys will step to the scale and weigh in, and you get the ceremonial face-off photo. Oh my goodness, is that going to be intense? And then we get the action on Saturday at AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Welcome back to Texas Live here in Arlington, Texas. You are watching the Spence Ugas media workouts here in Arlington as Fight Week has begun here on Showtime Sports social media pages. We have a big night of boxing coming your way on Saturday on Showtime Pay-Per-View. In our main event of the evening, the Unified Welterweight Championship of the World is on the line as the undefeated WBC and IBF Welterweight Champion of the World, Errol the Truth Spence Jr. from here in the Dallas area puts two of his world titles on the line against the reigning, defending WBA Welterweight Champion of the World, Yordenis Ugas, who will be putting that WBA crown up for grabs as well. Meaning, based on my mathematics, in which I'm not that good in, 3 world titles will be on the line. Just the 12th time that the welterweight division will be unified, as history will be made here on Saturday between Errol Spence Jr. and Yordenis Ugas. And baby, I saw them a couple of weeks ago, and I saw and witnessed the fact that they are in amazing physical shape. What I'm excited about is, as we are 3 days away from this confrontation, I'm pumped to see what are they going to say, how they look, what's their demeanor, physically, everything. I can't wait. This is the perfect way to start Fight Week here in Arlington, Texas.
Hey, Ray, like you said, what have you seen in Ugas that you really like as he prepared for this fight with Errol Spence Jr.?
He's massive. I mean, Yordenis Ugas is absolutely massive. He's a big welterweight. This guy isn't afraid of nobody. You can call him, and he would be ready to fight on a day's notice. And why do I say that? Because earlier in his career, he did that. He flew from Las Vegas to Tunica, Mississippi on a day's notice and fought and main evented. That's how much this guy always stays ready. Since he made his return to the ring after a 2-year hiatus, 12-1 is his record. That only loss coming at the hands of the man back there, who I think is one of the most exciting fighters that we've seen in the past 20 years, Showtime Sean Porter.
Is that Showtime Sean Porter right back there at the ring? Is
Yes,
that
it
Sean
is.
Porter?
And now, ladies,
boxing fans, make some noise for Sean Porter!
Also, we want to bring up, ladies and gentlemen, with a record of 27 wins, 4 defeats, 12 wins coming by way of knockout, the Olympic bronze medalist, originally from Santiago, Cuba, now training in Las Vegas. He's the reigning, defending WBA welterweight champion of the world. Please welcome Yordenis Ugas. Yordenis, it is great to see you. 3 days away until you collide against Errol Spence Jr. at AT&T Stadium behind me on Showtime Pay-Per-View. What's going through your mind?
¿Ves este estadio acá atrás? Faltan 3 días nada más para que sea tu pelea frente a los ojos del mundo en un estadio enorme. ¿Cómo te sentís?
No, emocionado de estar aquí en Dallas, delante de una gran afición, es una gran pelea, la pelea que cualquier peleador sueña, y estoy feliz de estar aquí, listo para el sábado.
I'm just so excited. This is a dream come true. It's what every fighter dreams of. So how can I not be excited to be in front of you people in this great city and ready to achieve my dreams on Saturday night?
Now, there are great fight fans here in Texas, but it's no secret that they're probably not going to be on your side. What is it like coming into quote-unquote enemy territory and Errol Spence's backyard that is AT&T Stadium?
¿Cómo se siente estar, digamos, detrás de líneas enemigas en la casa de tu oponente aquí en Dallas y decir, bueno, yo vengo a ganar? ¿Cómo te sentís con esa sensación?
Soy un competidor, estoy compitiendo de los 6 años, he ido a toda parte a pelear, siempre peleo bien, siempre doy lo mejor de mí, y el sábado no va a ser igual, voy a dar lo mejor de mí, y estoy emocionado de pelear delante de una gran afición.
I'm a warrior. I have fought since I was 6 years old, and you're going to see that same kind of determination on Saturday night. I am going to fight against anybody, anytime, and I'm not going to run from anything. I'm going to be ready, I can guarantee it.
On Saturday night at AT&T Stadium against Errol Spence Jr., what is the result going to be?
tu vaticinio para esta sábado a la noche contra Errol Spence Jr. en el estadio de los Cowboys. ¿Qué va a pasar?
No, como te dije, soy un competidor, soy un campeón, soy un ganador. Vengo aquí a pelear fuerte, vengo a llevarme los 3 cinturones.
I'm a competitor, I'm a champion, I'm a warrior, and I'm here to take all 3 belts. No doubt about that.
Yordenis Ugas, ladies and gentlemen, the WBA welterweight champion of the world, will allow him to work out here in Arlington, 3 days away until his welterweight unification showdown against Errol Spence Jr. Yordenis Ugas, the welterweight champion of the world, working out, ladies and gentlemen, here in Arlington. 3 days away until his unification showdown against Errol Spence Jr.
Boxing fans, y'all make some noise!
Gracias, Yordenis. Nos vemos. Good luck, my friend. Un placer. Well, that is Yordenis Ugas as he is working out here and, you know, gave the fans a little bit, but man, my goodness, baby, I got to tell you, Yordenis Ugas is a man who is focused. I see that look in his eye, and it's starting to change. He's always very nice, but you could see, as they say, and I hate to be cliche, but I think it fits this particular instance. He's got the eye of the tiger, is what I would like to say.
I saw it, and I was looking dead in his eyes. He looks focused tonight.
It's just different. I saw him 2 weeks ago. He was very focused then, but now it's a different level of focus, because when you have a task and an assignment like Errol Spence Jr. in his hometown at AT&T Stadium with 3 world titles on the line, this is a legacy fight. This is the best fighting the best. This is a moment that we will always remember. You'll always remember where you were on Saturday, April 16th, 2022, when you witnessed this historic clash.
What do you like about Ugas, man? I mean, you know, give me 3 things that you like about Ugas.
I like how crafty he is. I like how physical he is. I like the fact that he doesn't back down from anybody. He wants to fight the world's best. And you know what? To kind of piggyback off that, baby, that's the same way Errol Spence is made. He wants to fight the best. He wants to show that he is the best fighter in the world. The same way with Yordenis Ugas. Well, guess what? We're 3 days away from finding out who is the kingpin at 147.
Saturday night is going to be some leather throwing, right? Coming forward, power punching, and you know what? You got to walk that aisle. You got to get into the squared circle. You got to beat the man in order to beat a man.
Well, 3 world titles on the line. Whoever walks out of AT&T Stadium with gold around their waist and gold on their shoulders, because that's a lot of gold to carry, then they will be able to say on the end of the evening, on Sunday or Saturday, April 16th, Sunday morning, April 17th, I'm the man.
Yes.
I'm the man at 147. Hey, Texas, are you ready for Spence and Ugas? Coming up, you will see the WBC and IBF welterweight champion of the world, Errol Spence Jr., inside the ring, working out for all of you as we continue to get closer to this epic clash on Saturday night on Showtime Pay-Per-View from AT&T Stadium here in Arlington, Texas. And we're going to take a quick pause as we get closer to welcome in Errol Spence Jr., your very own, as he will be inside the ring in only moments.
Big shots out to K104 in the building. K104 Chuck, I see you. $259. DJ Thriller, Thriller, Thriller. You right. You better bring that back. Hey, Ray. This is for the party people, right? Hey. Boxing fans. I've got another signature glove from Ugas and Errol Spence Jr. Y'all ready? Who's the loudest? Clap your hands. Clap your hands. Let's go. Hey, 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 hey. Is this side? Is it in the middle? Is it left side? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Everybody say it. Go, 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 go. You ready? I got one glove. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's go, let's go. Hey, Ray. I like that energy. I like that energy. I got another one just like the other one. Bring that beat back, Thriller. Real boxing fans, make some noise. Hey, y'all ready? Go, 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 go. I took care of y'all. Is it the left side? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? All right. You like that energy? You should be good. Hey, Key, this is what we doing. You ready? It really gets them going. It's something about the beat. It's something about that beat. Let's say it. Go, 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 go. It really gets them going. Real boxing fans, y'all make some noise one more time. I got another one just like the other one coming up in just a second. Y'all stay tuned, tuned.
Gotta keep the footwork working, you know. All right, you got to show me. You got to get the whole crowd going with it. Oh, you put your hands in there one time? Okay, I see it. Y'all ready?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Spence Ugas workouts here in Arlington, Texas, here at Texas Live. As you have seen the fighters, a part of our pay-per-view, step inside this ring, give their thoughts as we are 3 days away until their respective matchups. But we are awaiting the reigning WBC and IBF welterweight champion of the world, the 2012 United States Olympian, the undefeated Errol the Truth Spence Jr., as he will step inside this ring and work out. But we are 3 days away until the matchup between Spence and Yordenis Ugas for 3 welterweight world titles. The unified welterweight championship of the world is on the line. Just the 12th time at 147 that we have seen 3 belts or more held by one fighter. On Saturday, history will certainly be made at AT&T Stadium behind me. Now, if you're thinking about coming to the fight, you should already have your tickets, but you can easily do so and purchase them at SeatGeek.com. Or if you're joining us all over the United States, all you have to do is order the fight on SHOWTIME Pay-Per-View. 4 exciting matchups coming your way on the pay-per-view. Preceding the pay-per-view, you will have Brandon Lee matching up against Zachary Ochoa. Lee has won 15 straight by knockout. He's undefeated. Zachary Ochoa looking to become the first blemish on his resume. Then you have a collision for another welterweight championship between Radza Butayev, the champion, fresh off of a win over Jamal James back on October 30th in Las Vegas. He will take on the Lithuanian Olympian, Eimantas Stanionis. For Stanionis, he has history on his mind as well, because there's never been a Lithuanian to capture a world title in boxing. And then we get ready for our pay-per-view portion, and it's all headlined by Errol Spence Jr. He is the first fighter in history to main event at AT&T Stadium. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. His opponent, Yordenis Ugas, with a 27-4 record, coming off of a win over the great Manny Pacquiao back in August. What a matchup it is going to be, baby. You around here somewhere, my man? Because I got to tell you, I can't wait to see Errol Spence Jr. step in between these ropes and talk to his fans. Yes. Because you heard that when Ugas stepped inside the ring, I heard a lot of boos. I heard a very unfriendly reception, and that's okay, because Texans support fellow Texans, especially here in the great city of Dallas and Arlington.
All my Texans, y'all make some noise one time! All my Errol Spence fans, make some noise for Errol Spence Jr. one time!
They're ready for Errol Spence, but I got to tell you as well, baby, that if there is a fighter that thrives under the pressure, if there's a guy who likes going to enemy territory, it's Yordenis Ugas. I think he's more dangerous fighting here at AT&T Stadium than if this fight were, let's say, in neutral territory. That's why I think we're going to get not just a good fight, but a great fight between Spence and Ugas for all the marbles at 147.
And I can't wait. Saturday night, AT&T Stadium. Ray, it's going to be leather throwing. It's going to be action-packed. And I can't wait. Right here in our very own backyard, Dallas, Texas.
You know what's interesting, baby, is I remember the journey of Errol Spence Jr. because he's a 2012 United States Olympian. But there's a place called, I don't know if you know it, he fought in a small venue, about 2,000 people, on the Saturday of Thanksgiving weekend on network television back in November of 2015. He was the opening fight on the card, and it fit about 2,000 people. Then he would transition to fighting at the Star in Frisco, Texas, when he wiped out Carlos Ocampo with a vicious body shot in the first round. That was June of 2018. Then fast forward to March of 2019, when Errol Spence Jr. fought Mikey Garcia in front of nearly 50,000 fans. The hair on the back of my neck stood up. I got goosebumps. Then, December of 2020, after the car accident, he made his return to the ring. Not just against anybody, against Danny Swift Garcia. Second time main eventing, December of 2020. Won a unanimous decision. Now we're here in April of 2022. And again, Errol Spence Jr. will make that ring walk as he takes on Yordenis Ugas. We are 3 days away, baby.
Absolutely. Ray, it's going to be exciting, and I can't wait. Yes, right here in our very own backyard. History will be made.
And it's the best fighting the best, as 3 world titles will be on the line. What a matchup it is going to be between Errol Spence Jr. and Yordenis Ugas with so much riding. The winner of this fight, I think without question, from a gold perspective, baby, demonstrates that they are the man at 147.
Absolutely.
So do not miss it, ladies and gentlemen. As we talked about, we still have Fight Week events all week long. The weigh-in on Friday at 11. The weigh-in on Friday at 11. So have an early lunch with us or skip work altogether. We're okay with it. So should you and your bosses. Join us for the weigh-in here at 11 o'clock for Spence and Ugas as they hit the scales and will face off. Oh my goodness, that is going to be tremendous to watch the final face-offs.
Hey Ray, fast forward. After Saturday, right? What do you think?
Okay, so I'm building them up, and then as soon as I see
Ray.
Yes.
Fast forward. Let's just say Errol Spence Jr. is victorious Saturday night.
Yes.
Who's next?
I mean, they've been chanting his name. I want to see the winner of this fight Terrence Crawford. That's what I want to see. That's the fight. But before we get to that, we got the fight. You cannot underestimate Yordenis Ugas. Neither man can underestimate either guy, because this, to me, is a 50-50 fight. I saw what Yordenis Ugas did to Manny Pacquiao. He's no slouch. You have got to be at your best. Not your A- game, not your A game, your A+ game. And Ugas, to beat Spence, he's got to be on his A+ game. That's why this fight's so compelling.
Right. So, Stan, let's say Sunday morning, Ugas is victorious. Who's the next fight for Ugas?
So yes, ladies and gentlemen, I think that from a stylistic standpoint, I think we're going to get a barn burner. We are going to get a fight that we're always going to remember. And you can join us at AT&T Stadium here in Arlington, Texas for this historic night of boxing. If you can't be inside the stadium, join us on SHOWTIME Pay-Per-View. And we await this tremendous night of boxing in 3 days' time. A loaded card from top to bottom. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to welcome in a man with a record of 27 wins, no losses, 21 wins coming by way of knockout. The 2012 United States Olympian. This will be the 3rd time that he main events here at AT&T Stadium. Please welcome the reigning and defending WBC and IBF welterweight champion of the world, one of the world's best pound-for-pound fighters. He is the undefeated Errol the Truth Spence Jr. Errol, when you get a response like this, your 3rd time main eventing at AT&T Stadium on SHOWTIME Pay-Per-View on Saturday night against Yordenis Ugas, what does this mean to you?
It means everything. It's getting me pumped up. I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to put on a great performance in front of my hometown crowd.
How much do your fans drive you to defend your home turf? You are a fan of the Dallas Cowboys, but you're the only fighter to main event 3 times. Yordenis Ugas is coming into your backyard.
It's E to get 8. That's all it is Saturday night, E to get 8.
So on Saturday night, when the fight takes place, how do you see the fight going down?
Of course I'm going to win, but I'm going for the knockout, definitely.
You're going for the knockout?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Errol, talking with...
It's
been a minute.
Yeah.
Errol, I would gather to say that this is the most focused most determined, and I'd even say this is the meanest you've ever been heading into a big fight. Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree. Besides the Kell Brook fight, this is definitely the meanest I've been. And the most, I'm just ready to go, man.
Well, Errol, we look forward to your showdown on Saturday night against Yordenis Ugas. Good luck, and we will allow you to work out and say hello to all your fans here.
Thank you.
Errol Spence Jr., ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for the WBC and IBF welterweight champion of the world. Errol Spence going to work out with his lead trainer, one of the best trainers in the world, the esteemed Derek James, here in his home area of Arlington, Texas. Spence and Ugas for the unified welterweight championship of the world. Hey, Texas, make some noise for your hometown champion, Errol Spence Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Spence Ugas media workout here in Arlington, Texas, as Errol Spence Jr. collides against Yordenis Ugas for 3 welterweight championships of the world. Spence, the WBC and IBF welterweight champion. Ugas, the WBA champion. The winner will take home 3 championships and become the unified welterweight champion of the world.
Dallas, Texas, make some noise for Errol Spence Jr. Yeah, yeah. Dallas, Texas, y'all make some noise for Errol Spence Jr.
Make some noise for your champion, Texas.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right,
DJ
ladies
Slim.
and gentlemen, give it up for Errol the Truth Spence Jr.
Hey, Slim, cut the beat. Earl. We back at home, baby! Now, it's been a minute, and I just want to talk to the fans. How are you doing right now?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing better than I look.
Is it scrap season?
Oh, you already know what time it is. It's definitely scrap season.
Is it man down season?
It's definitely man down season.
Earl, Ugas is not nothing to play with. We saw what he did with Manny Pacquiao, right? Is there anything that concerns you going into this fight on Saturday night?
Nothing, man. I'm 100% healthy. I'm 100% focused. I done dedicated myself to this whole camp, even before camp. Man, I'm just hungry. I'm ready to put on a great show. It's great. My name's not Manny Pacquiao. He was a lot older. You know what I'm saying? That was a passing of the torch for me. But Ugas got it, but I'm going to get redemption come Saturday night.
You heard what the man said. Texas, make some noise for Errol Spence Jr., the Dream!
All right, baby. We heard the comments from Errol Spence Jr. We appreciate all of you joining us. Join us here locally on Friday at 11 o'clock local time. Again, Friday, 11 o'clock local time for the weigh-ins. Be here in attendance and watch Errol Spence Jr. weigh in ahead of his unification showdown against Yordenis Ugas live on SHOWTIME Pay-Per-View from AT&T Stadium here in Arlington, Texas. On behalf of Hollywood Bay, Errol Spence, and all the fighters, thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow on the stream for the main event press conference, and also on Friday for the weigh-in, 11 o'clock local time, and Saturday for Fight Night, as history will be made here in Arlington, Texas. The unified welterweight championship of the world on the line. Just the 12th time in history that will take place at 147. Errol Spence Jr. looking to remain undefeated and capture 3 world titles. Yordenis Ugas, the WBA champion, has other plans. He wants to make history for himself and Cuba. We will see you tomorrow for the main event press coverage. So long for now from Arlington, Texas, here at Texas Live. Good night, everybody.
They have each battled almost unimaginable adversity.
They have proven beyond any doubt
of the main event
how much they will fight.
Will walk away with 3 of the welterweight belts. Just 1 away from becoming the undisputed welterweight champion of the world.
I've been getting a second chance at life.
Is Errol Spence still the same guy?
And I've been getting a 3rd chance at boxing. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna fight the best guys.
You'll see the best of Errol Spence, and Yordenis Ugas will bring it out.
I was ready for Pacquiao. I'm gonna be ready for Spence. What you're gonna see on April 16th is 2 of the 3 best welterweights in the world.
At the end of the day, I want to be undisputed welterweight champion of the world.
This is for 3 of the 4 world titles. For 3 of the best welterweight of this era.